And Peter, it is head spinning that the truth is head spinning, right? It's one of those things where it's like clearly the vice president is admitting the reality, but somehow we're all shocked by it. I also wonder when you think about sort of your long time, you've covered so many different presidents as our veteran on the panel. What you make about the fact that President Trump is sort of being even more explicit as the days go on. He's talking specifically about overturning the election. Before it was the election was stolen, but now he's like, yeah, well, we knew what the outcome was, but I wanted it to be different.
Yeah, no, it's remarkable. The last 10 days or so, he has been willing to say things ever more and more outrageous, almost as if he's trying to basically, look for attention. And he has to say something even more, out of the norms in order to get it. You're right. I mean, saying that he was going to pardon the January 6th attackers of the Capitol, that would have been unthinkable even just months ago. To say out loud that the goal was to overturn an election, regardless of what the actual outcome was, that again would have been something unthinkable at one point. And so, and by the way, to attack his former vice president, remember Mike Pence said what he said today after the president put out a statement a few days ago saying that maybe the January 6th committee should be investigating Mike Pence for not using his power that he says he had, which he didn't, to overturn the election. So, he seems to be desperate and craving attention by saying more and more outrageous things. But, it's a test right now of where he stands in the Republican Party. There are some glimmers, and not to take it too far, but some glimmers that perhaps his hold over the party is slipping at least a little bit. Some of these polls show that the number of Republicans who identify themselves as first Republicans, party people, as opposed to Trump people, has changed dramatically in the last few months. And maybe that's the kind of thing that Mike Pence is looking at, saying he needs to be able to craft an identity that's somewhat different than the president. Having said that, of course, we saw what the Republican National Committee did today. They obviously took the Trumpian line, not only censuring Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger for daring to be on the January 6th committee, but also declaring that the January 6th events were legitimate political protests, and the people going after them, investigating them, are persecuting them. And that's a very Trumpian kind of line. So everybody's trying to figure out, where is the party coming out at this point? How much influence and sway does Trump still have? How much will he have in the weeks to come, as Sung Min pointed out, in these primaries that we're going to see very soon?